Welcome to our channel where we delve into the most chilling and unexplained events, the dark corners of our world, the shadows that linger just beyond the veil of reality. Those places call to us. Today, we bring you three of the most bizarre news broadcast interruptions ever recorded. These aren't your everyday technical difficulties, no. These are the moments where the screen flickers, the audio distorts, and something else seems to bleed through. Hold on to your sanity, folks, because we're about to journey deep into the unsettling realm of unexplained broadcasts. Chicago, 1987. A bustling city alive with the hum of daily life where technology and culture were beginning to intertwine in fascinating ways. Imagine settling in to watch the evening news. Everything's normal, routine. The familiar faces of news anchors, the comforting predictability of the broadcast. Then, without warning, the signal glitches. The screen goes black, only to be replaced by the distorted image of a man wearing a Max Headroom mask. This wasn't just any interruption, it was something out of a nightmare. His voice, warped and synthetic, fills the airwaves. It was a sound that seemed to come from another world, a place where the familiar rules of reality no longer applied. It's a mocking imitation, a grotesque parody of the real Max Headroom. The mask, with its exaggerated features, seemed to mock the very idea of television itself. He speaks gibberish, a nonsensical string of words and sounds. It was as if he was trying to communicate, but the message was lost in translation, buried under layers of distortion. His head bobs and jerks erratically. The movements were robotic, almost inhuman, adding to the surreal and unsettling nature of the broadcast. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the transmission cuts out. The screen goes black, leaving viewers in stunned silence. The news resumes as if nothing happened. The anchors continue with their reports, oblivious to the bizarre interruption that just took place. But the viewers at home, they were left in a state of shock, their minds racing with questions and fears. They were left shaken, deeply disturbed. The incident was more than just a technical glitch. It was a violation of their sense of security. Who was this masked figure? What kind of person would orchestrate such a bizarre and unsettling broadcast? What did his message mean? Was there a hidden agenda, a cryptic message buried within the chaos? To this day, the identity and motives behind the Max Headroom intrusion remain a mystery. Some whisper about hackers, others about disgruntled employees. Theories abound, but concrete answers are elusive. But there's a chilling possibility, one that sends shivers down my spine. What if the truth is something far more sinister? What if it wasn't human at all? What if the broadcast was a glimpse into something otherworldly, something beyond our understanding? What if it was something else, something peering through the static, trying to communicate with us in its own twisted way? The thought is both terrifying and fascinating. The thought lingers, doesn't it? It stays with you, a haunting reminder of the unknown. It's a chilling reminder that in our technologically driven world, we are always vulnerable to the unknown. The Max Headroom incident serves as a stark reminder that sometimes the most unsettling mysteries are the ones that remain unsolved. November 26, 1977, a date that would become etched in the annals of broadcasting history. A seemingly ordinary day in southern England. The air was crisp, the streets were calm, and the countryside exuded its usual tranquility. Families gathered in their living rooms, catching up on the day's news. The familiar hum of the television set filled homes, a comforting background to the evening routine. But on this particular evening, something extraordinary, something terrifying would interrupt their regularly scheduled programming. The airwaves crackled and the screen flickered ominously. During a broadcast of the early evening news, the signal was hijacked. The familiar face of the news anchor was replaced by a series of strange, unsettling images. A deep, resonant voice, unlike anything human, boomed through television sets across the region. It was a voice that seemed to come from the depths of space, echoing with an otherworldly timbre. The voice identified itself as Vrillon, a representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command. This mysterious entity claimed to be speaking on behalf of an interstellar alliance. The message was one of warning of impending ecological disaster. Vrillon spoke of the dire state of our planet, highlighting the environmental degradation that threatened our very existence. It spoke of humanity's self-destructive path, urging us to abandon our weapons and embrace peace. The voice implored us to change our ways, to seek harmony and unity. For 6 long minutes, this otherworldly message held the airwaves captive. 6 minutes that felt like an eternity, as viewers sat frozen in their seats, unable to comprehend what they were witnessing. Then, as abruptly as it began, the transmission ceased. The television screens returned to their regular programming, leaving a stunned silence in their wake. The news resumed, leaving viewers in a state of shock and disbelief. Conversations buzzed with confusion and fear as people tried to make sense of what they had just experienced. The incident sent shockwaves through the nation. Newspapers the next day were filled with sensational headlines, and the stories spread like wildfire, capturing the imagination of the public. Was it an elaborate hoax, a prank gone wrong? Or could it have been a genuine message from an extraterrestrial civilization? Speculation ran rampant, with theories ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. The Southern television broadcast interruption remains one of the most compelling and unsettling events in UFO history. It is a mystery that has never been fully explained, a puzzle that continues to intrigue and baffle. It serves as a chilling reminder that we are not alone in the vast expanse of the cosmos. The universe is full of mysteries, and sometimes those mysteries reach out to us in the most unexpected ways. The year is 1986. The world is on the cusp of a technological revolution, with satellite television emerging as a new frontier in home entertainment. Families across America are enthralled by the promise of endless channels and a vast array of programming options that were previously unimaginable. The burgeoning world of satellite television was captivating audiences with its promise of endless entertainment. It was a time of great excitement and anticipation as people eagerly embraced this new technology that brought the world into their living rooms. The ability to access a wide variety of channels and shows from the comfort of home was nothing short of revolutionary. But on a fateful night in April, that promise would be twisted into something far more sinister. As the night sky loomed ominously overhead, an unexpected and unsettling event unfolded that would forever change the landscape of television broadcasting. During a broadcast of the film The Falcon and the Snowman on HBO, the signal was suddenly hijacked. Viewers were abruptly pulled from the gripping narrative of the movie and thrust into a bizarre and unsettling reality. The familiar HBO logo vanished, replaced by something entirely unexpected. A color bar pattern filled the screen, accompanied by an eerie, high-pitched tone. The sudden intrusion was jarring, a stark contrast to the polished and professional broadcast that had been playing just moments before. The high-pitched tone seemed to pierce through the night, adding to the sense of unease that gripped viewers. Then a masked figure appeared. The figure was shrouded in shadows, their identity concealed by a mask that added an air of mystery and menace. The appearance of this enigmatic figure only deepened the sense of dread that had begun to settle over the audience. Calling himself Captain Midnight, he issued a bizarre and rambling message, protesting HBO's high subscription fees. His words were a mix of anger and frustration, a tirade against what he perceived as the greed of the television network. The message was disjointed and erratic, but the underlying sentiment was clear. He was fed up with the high costs of satellite television. He claimed to be acting on behalf of those who couldn't afford the service, those left in the dark. His message resonated with many viewers who felt the same frustration but had no means to voice their concerns. Captain Midnight positioned himself as a champion for the common people, a vigilante fighting against corporate greed. His voice, distorted and filled with static, echoed with a strange mix of anger and desperation. The distortion added an otherworldly quality to his message, making it both compelling and unsettling. It was as if he was speaking from another dimension, a place where the usual rules of broadcasting did not apply. It was a cry for attention, a desperate attempt to be heard. Captain Midnight's intrusion was not just a technical disruption. It was a plea for recognition, a demand that his grievances be acknowledged. The intensity of his message left a lasting impression on those who witnessed it. The incident sent shockwaves through the television industry, raising serious concerns about the security of satellite broadcasts. TV executives were thrown into a state of panic, scrambling to understand how such a breach could have occurred. The realization that their systems were vulnerable to such intrusions was a wake-up call for the entire industry. the FBI launched a full-scale investigation determined to unmask the mysterious Captain Midnight. Agents pored over technical data, interviewed witnesses, and followed every lead in their quest to bring the perpetrator to justice. The investigation was intense and thorough, reflecting the seriousness with which the authorities viewed the intrusion. While the perpetrator was eventually apprehended, the incident left an indelible mark on television history. The capture of Captain Midnight brought a sense of closure, but the questions raised by his actions continued to linger. The event became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the potential vulnerabilities in our increasingly digital world. It was a stark reminder that even in the digital age, the airwaves could be hijacked, our screens taken hostage by unseen forces. The legacy of Captain Midnight's signal intrusion endures, a testament to the power of one individual's voice to disrupt and challenge the status quo. As we continue to advance technologically, the lessons of that night remain relevant, urging us to remain vigilant and aware of the ever-present potential for disruption. These interruptions remain some of the most mysterious and unsettling events in broadcast history. They serve as a chilling reminder that even in our modern world, there are still things that defy explanation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more chilling stories. We've only just scratched the surface of the unknown. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious. And keep a close eye on your television screens. You never know what might be lurking on the other side.